Let's hear from Tulsi Gabbard. This is back in the debates, back just a year ago. Let's start with, which one do you want to start with, Will?
Let's start with bite three.
Let's start with bite three. This is just Tulsi.
This is when Senator Harris was rising to the top of the pack at the time. So that's some context for it. So all of a sudden, instead of everyone going after Biden or Warren at the time, the attack started to turn a little bit because Senator Harris.
This is for your libertarians out there, man.
She'd started to rise because she'd landed some good attacks in the political debate world. So here's what this is Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard had to say when she decided, I'm not going to let Senator Harris get away with some of these political speak, as you may say. Let's play bite three.
Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. That would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
I think we should just play that on a loop. Very powerful statement. Hopefully it jogs the memory for a lot of people, because this is someone who has put so many people away for very little problems. Look, I don't know how you stand on the legalization of marijuana, regardless of that discussion and debate. 1,500 people went to jail under Kamala Harris because of it.
The reign as prosecutor is what Tulsi Gabbard called it.
Yeah.
You talked about the chills and kind of the powerful statement that came along with Kamala Harris's statement towards Joe Biden at the beginning. You kind of get a similar feeling there. She was very effective communicator as well in the debates. And that was pretty impressive. But you mentioned the 1,500 people that went away.
Let's just start. That's the little one
for that. Yeah. But then the
death row.
She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until courts forced her to do it. That's a big deal.
This doesn't sound like your 2020 vice presidential nominee.
Okay? Specifically a liberal nominee.
It does not. Okay, it does not. So do your research, listen to people, look through the facts and the evidence, and see if it's somebody. Unlike her, she'd probably block the evidence. But you look at the real evidence and see what can be done. And if you really support, if you're a liberal-leaning person and you think you're going to vote this year because of that, and again, just like our caller said, it's a little bit of a concern because unlike any other year, the likelihood of that, of if Joe Biden wins, of Senator Harris becoming the president is very likely. It's very likely.